Milk. It's not just a staple in your morning cereal or a boost for your bones. It's a global necessity. And believe it or not, this humble liquid might just be the silent warrior in the battle against global food insecurity. Each and every day, the world consumes nearly 500 million gallons of milk. That's made possible by a staggering 270 million dairy cows, all working behind the scenes to meet an insatiable demand. But here's where things get fascinating. How do we keep up with such astronomical consumption? Enter high-tech factories and one of the most remarkable machines in the food industry, a system capable of turning liquid milk into dry, transportable powder. Sounds like science fiction. It's real, and the scale is jaw-dropping. Powdered milk might seem like a modern convenience, but its roots go deep, back to 1802, when Russian chemist Osip Krzyzewski pioneered the method of drying milk. Initially adopted by the military for its long shelf life and portability, powdered milk eventually found its place in rural homes, where fresh milk wasn't always available. Today it's a global staple, feeding millions even in the harshest conditions. Let's zoom into the US, a powerhouse in milk production. Every year, the country churns out over 21 billion gallons of milk. That's about 23 gallons for every single person. And it all starts on roughly 60,000 dairy farms spread across the nation, home to over 10 million cows bred specifically for dairy. A single dairy cow can consume up to 100 pounds of food daily, including hay, fresh grass, grains, and nutrient-rich ingredients like soybeans. And when the heat rises, they can drink enough water to fill a full-size bathtub every single day. All that sustenance results in one thing: milk. Lots of it. On average, a dairy cow produces about 10 gallons of milk daily. But here's something you may not know. Cows only produce milk after giving birth. Calves are allowed to nurse for just a few days before they're separated, while the mother continues to produce milk for up to 12 months. It's a continuous cycle, carefully managed for maximum yield. Now let's talk tech. Modern dairy farms have embraced automation like never before. Cows are fed and milked with minimal human involvement, thanks to machines that replicate the gentle touch of hand milking. Suction cups attach softly to the cow's udder, applying just the right amount of pressure. The result? Efficiency and comfort. A single farmer can now milk 100 cows per hour, compared to just 6 in the old days. Yet there's still room for human expertise. In the first few days post-birth, a cow's milk is thicker and packed with extra nutrients, ideal for calves, and often collected by hand. This perfect blend of traditional knowledge and cutting-edge technology ensures the highest quality milk reaches our tables. Efficiency takes another leap in smart milking parlors. These futuristic milking stations use rotating carousels to handle up to 80 cows at once, twice a day. The setup is designed with the cow's comfort in mind. Calm, consistent routines matter because cows are incredibly sensitive creatures. Before each session, workers gently clean the cow's teats with an iodine-based disinfectant. Not only does this maintain hygiene, it also mimics a calf's natural suckling, triggering milk flow. Each suction cup pulses in rhythm, combining vacuum pressure with a soft massage that replicates nature's method. The machines are quiet and precisely tuned to avoid stressing the animals. In fact, dual-sided milking systems can double output compared to manual techniques. The whole milking cycle wraps up in just 9 minutes, and when it's over, the machine detaches automatically, seamless, efficient, and cow-friendly. From there, the milk travels through a network of sterile tubes into large collection tanks. A powerful vacuum pump ensures a smooth, uninterrupted flow. But it's not just about quantity, it's about quality. As milk flows into the tank, it's analyzed in real time by high-tech sensors. If anything's off, temperature, contamination, even the presence of blood, the system instantly isolates and rejects the compromised batch. Only milk that passes this rigorous check moves forward. It's cooled rapidly to 37 degrees Fahrenheit, about the same as your refrigerator, to preserve freshness. And then it's shipped off to processing plants, where it begins its transformation into powdered milk. Here's something mind-blowing. It takes over 2 gallons of fresh milk to make just 1 pound of powdered milk. This means every pound you see in stores represents a massive, meticulous process, from feeding cows and milking them with precision, to transporting and processing the liquid under strict quality controls. Before it even begins its journey to your kitchen shelf, raw milk undergoes a high-stakes transformation. It's a race against time, and every second counts. Immediately after milking, This fresh, unprocessed liquid is stored in spotless stainless steel tanks. But why stainless steel? Because it's non-reactive, hygienic, and most importantly, cold. Keeping the milk chilled at this stage is crucial. It halts the growth of bacteria and safeguards the milk's quality while it's still in its most vulnerable form. Once the milking session ends, the entire system kicks into an automatic cleaning cycle. No shortcuts. This isn't just about cleanliness, it's a safety mandate. Every pipe, nozzle, and tank is scoured to remove any traces of leftover milk, ensuring a sanitary environment for the next round. Before any milk even thinks about making its way to a processing facility, the tanker trucks must be spotless inside and out. These aren't ordinary trucks. They come equipped with high-tech cooling systems to maintain a consistent temperature throughout the journey. Why? Because milk is extremely sensitive to heat and contamination. Even a minor lapse can ruin an entire batch. Every day, around 160,000 gallons of milk arrive from nearby farms. But before it can go any further, each delivery is put under the microscope. Samples are taken, fat content is measured, and traces of unwanted additives are screened out. Only the milk that meets rigorous quality standards gets the green light. The rest, rejected. Once approved, the milk is pumped into towering silos, 12 in total, capable of holding up to 740,000 gallons. Picture a futuristic landscape of silver giants standing guard over millions of future cereal bowls. But here's the twist. Raw milk contains more fat than most consumers want. So, the first major step in processing is fat separation. Raw milk is a swirling mix of fat, proteins, and minerals. To break it apart, it's sent through a centrifugal separator, spinning at 7,000 revolutions per minute. At that speed, heavier skim milk gets flung outward, while lighter cream collects at the center. This separates the milk into low-fat and cream fractions. The skim milk is what's used for powdered milk. Before pasteurization, there's a nutritional upgrade. Depending on the intended consumer, children, the elderly, or those on specialized diets, the skim milk is fortified with targeted vitamins and minerals. This ensures the powdered milk meets diverse dietary needs. Next comes pasteurization, the life-saving step. The milk is heated to 160 degrees Fahrenheit for just under 40 seconds. That short burst kills 99% of harmful bacteria without damaging its nutritional profile. It's then rapidly cooled to lock in freshness and extend shelf life. After this, it can be stored at room temperature until opened, a huge advantage in global distribution. Then comes concentration. The goal? Remove as much water as possible. The milk is sent into vacuum evaporators, massive systems with structures called calandrias. Here, steam gently heats the milk as it flows down through stainless steel tubes. Up to 80% of moisture is evaporated, without sacrificing flavor or nutrition. But the real transformation happens during spray drying. Concentrated milk is sprayed into a chamber filled with scorching air at 420 degrees Fahrenheit. In an instant, the liquid evaporates, leaving behind soft, dry particles of milk powder that fall to the bottom. It's like watching a liquid vanish into air, leaving nothing but nutrition-packed powder. However, even now, there's still a bit of moisture left, and moisture is the enemy of shelf life. So, the milk powder undergoes a final drying phase. It's then cooled and transferred to blending tanks. Here, essential vitamins, calcium, and sometimes anti-caking agents are added. To ensure it dissolves smoothly in water, a touch of soy lecithin might be included too. Once everything is perfectly mixed, it moves to the packaging line. The powder is packed into airtight, contamination-proof containers, usually cans, engineered to keep moisture and air out. Precision machines fill, seal, and inspect every unit to make sure it meets strict quality standards. And just like that, milk that began its journey on a farm, vulnerable and perishable, is transformed into a shelf-stable product with global reach. Powdered milk, lightweight, long-lasting, and nutritionally powerful, is now ready for store shelves and homes around the world. If you're fascinated by how ordinary products go through extraordinary processes, don't forget to subscribe. There's a world of innovation waiting to be discovered in every bite, sip, or sprinkle.